Welcome to Wisdom Nugget 59. Listen and be blessed.
Praise the Lord. This is JOEPAPA coming your way with Wisdom Nuggets. Today we want to look at what I've captioned Understanding Advanced Thanksgiving. Psalm 100 verse 4 says, "Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise." So where you find praise, you find thanksgiving and vice versa. So if praise is comely to God, then thanksgiving is also comely to God. And if praise provokes the presence of God, then thanksgiving unto God also has capacity to do same. In 2 Chronicles chapter 20 verse 17 and then from verse 21 to 23, we saw how Judah praised her way to the battlefront and brought down the presence of God to discomfit the army of Moab, Ammon, and Mount Seir. In Acts chapter 16, verse 25 to 26, Paul and Silas praised God in the midnight hour in the prison and brought down the presence of God into the prison to set them free from their chains. In the presence of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. So praising God in advance in anticipation of divine intervention to bring you out of a challenge is an established mystery that can be deployed by every believer for supernatural victory. In much the same way, thanking God in advance for bringing you out of a challenge you find yourself in based on His word can also be deployed by every believer for supernatural victory. So Jesus came to the scene and we saw Him deploying the mystery of advanced thanksgiving in 2 scenarios for divine intervention. At the tomb of Lazarus in John chapter 11 verse 41, Jesus said, "Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me." Before he cried with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth." In John chapter 6 verse 11, Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fishes and gave thanks before giving them to the disciples to distribute to the people. In 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 1, we see Paul adding giving of thanks as part of the different forms of prayers like intercession and supplication. This connotes giving of thanks is another dimension of prayers which could be deployed like we do in intercession and supplication prayers. It will interest us to know that even our supplication and intercessory prayers need to terminate in thanksgiving all the time, as the prayer cycle will not be completed. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God." Paul had understanding on this so much so that in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 15 to 17, he was of the view that even praying in unknown tongues supernaturally terminates in thanksgiving to God at the end of the prayer to complete the prayer cycle. So if prayers must end in thanksgiving to merit response from God, then it is wisdom to sometimes go the way of Jesus by turning your intercessory and supplication prayers into thanksgiving by thanking God in advance for doing what He has said in His word He will do in your life regarding the challenge facing you. Father, I thank Thee that Thou hast heard me. May the Lord give you understanding. Remain ever blessed.